All right. Welcome everybody to today's session. So good to have you all here. So, today's training will, be on Alipay. We always have a little bit of challenges when it comes to Alipay verification, setting up their account, and we also have like restrictions sometimes. So, I'm just going to show you how to set up and verify your Alipay account for secure transaction. It's very important, especially if you're going to be, buying from 1688, Alibaba, Taobao, Pinduoduo, because all of them you have to like connect them to Alipay. That's if you are going to be buying them by yourself. So we're going to cover a step by step setup guide and also how to verify your Alipay account. So I understand that you guys are busy and won't waste so much time. So let's just jump right into the training. So first thing first, I know a lot of us already know what Alipay is, but yeah, so Alipay is a leading global digital payment platform created by the Alibaba Group. That's why it has like Ali at the front. So it was actually created by Alibaba Group, the same people that made Alibaba, where you buy your stuff, and also 1688. So it facilitates secure, fast, and convenient online and cross-border transactions, making it an ideal choice for e-commerce, in-store purchases, and peer-to-peer transfers. Like when you want to transfer money to someone, you want to transfer money to your supplier, so you can just it does not like how will I put it now. So adding like an extra layer, just like a two-factor authentication stuff, right? So verifying it just puts like a shield to cover the house. There's this I'm trying to remember this word. There's this thing that they put on the roof of a house in case of maybe when thunder strikes and there's lightning, so that the house doesn't catch fire. I can't remember the name, but yeah. So it's more like it's adding an extra layer, an extra covering of security to your account. It's also essential for seamless suppliers payment and secure transactions. So this is why you need to verify your Alipay account. So before you start, you need to make sure that you have all of these things ready. A valid phone number or email address. So you can either use a phone number or use an email address to register for Alipay. You also need an international passport. It is very important, right, for you to get an international passport. Oftentimes, some persons might say, "Oh, I can use someone else's own," but I would advise you to use yours in case you run into problems later. Maybe you need to re-verify and other restriction issues. You also need Alipay installed on your smartphone. So let's just start with the setup. Yeah. So first you need to download and open the Alipay app from Play Store or App Store. So if you are using Android, it's Play Store. If you are using iPhone, it's as iOS, it is App Store. So once you've installed it, right, you then open the app. You click on sign up. When you click on sign up, you get like this page that says welcome to Alipay, and you choose the country as your country, Nigeria, Ghana, wherever you're from. On this particular place that has +86, you put in your country name and it brings out the country code for the registration of phone number. So once you've gotten like the number that's +234 or +233 for Ghanaians, you just put in your phone number. So once you've entered your phone number, you click on sign up. So after clicking on sign up, it gets to this page where it asks you to enter a verification code sent to that particular phone number. So you need to use a phone number that you have access to. All right. So when you get the verification code, you fill it in and it processes it and comes to this page that has the service agreement and privacy protection. If you're very free, you can read through it before you agree. But the next thing you're supposed to do is to agree to continue. So because of the new version of Alipay, because Alipay has changed a lot. They've, brought out another version, a newer version. You do not need to now see get that page that will say, oh, do you want to use like the standard version or the international version? It just goes straight to asking you to select the country or region on your ID. That's the passport that you want to use. So once you like put in a country that is not China, it already knows that this person is an international user. So it automatically, translates it to English. It also has like a translator built in the app, so you can also, translate in case it changes to the Chinese language, right? So once you select your country, then it continues and goes to the main page. So this is what the main page looks like, right? We have the different features you can use within the app. You can check for the current exchange rate here, and all of that stuff. So to set up the account, you need to click on account, this icon that has head and body, right? When you click on that account icon, it comes to this page. So once you get to this page, that's the account page. After clicking on account, we can see membership, my transactions, balance, bank cards, help center. We have nickname is on set, phone number, and there's this, um, arrow facing the right. Then we have the settings icon. So you click on the settings icon and you see all of this, the account and security, payment settings, yada yada yada, all of that stuff. So, like I said earlier, Alipay has done it in a way that it automatically detects if you're an international user or a China user by picking like the country or region on your ID. But if you would want, like, maybe you understand Chinese language and you want to, like, oh no, I don't need international user version, right? You click on switch version to, change the version to the standard, which is for Chinese residents. And or if you want to change it again, you can still click on the same switch version to change it to the international user version. But for the sake of the setup, we are going to go to the account and security first. So once you click on account and security, it brings you to this page. This page that has mobile number, email address, login password, login method, unlock settings, identity information, security center, and all of that. So you can add your email address. That's if you did not use your email address to register at the very beginning, because you have the option of using a phone number or an email address to register. But if you did not use it at the very beginning, you can then go ahead to click on login password. Having a login password in case maybe you are going to change your phone, or you want to use someone else's phone to log into your account, or maybe you don't have access to your phone number, like your phone that has like your own personal phone number. You can just easily use your account name, that's which is your phone number, and a password that so that you are not left stranded because you are not with your phone. So you could just set a login password from on here by clicking the login password. You set in your login password. Then after you've set your login password, you go ahead to identify the identity information and to verify your account. It is very important for you in case maybe you already like snapped your passport, that's your information page on your passport. Please make sure that that page is very clear, that picture is very clear when before you upload it, right? So that it is not rejected. So when you have that ready, you just come on here and click on verify now on the identity information. So when you click on verify now, sometimes you can just come directly to this identity verification where you just fill in your ID information. Sometimes it can come through this stage, right? So once you click on the identity verify now, and it brings you to like this page where you just fill in your ID, you can either put it like fill it in manually, like just fill in your name, the your ID number and all of that details that is required on the page, or you can scan to fill in automatically, right? So if that's if you've not like taken a picture of the passport information before, you could just scan, make sure that you have good lighting, right? And it is very clear. So once you filled in your information and you've submitted it, the next thing is the face verification. You now have to like snap your face. They'll give you prompts, blink your eyes, move like this, or just to like get the your face to make sure that it is the same thing that is on the passport. All right. So once you've done that and it has accepted it, it didn't say okay, take it again. Maybe the picture is blurry. You click on verify now, and once it has accepted it, this is how a verified account will be. It will have verified at the front of your name. Sometimes it takes about 24 hours, right, to get your account verified. And if it exceeds that, you could just reach out to the help center, reach out to customer service to know the reason why your account is not verified yet. Maybe you didn't upload your passport correctly, or your face was not scanned correctly. They'll let you know on the next steps you need to take. So once you've verified like this with your passport, the next thing is for you to go back to that page that had like that account and security, that settings page, and click on payment settings. It is just like a bank where you need like a pin code, like a pin or a code, right? Whenever you make any transaction, that particular code is required before the transaction is processed and completed. So you set in your payment code. When you click on that payment settings, it just shows this, right? It doesn't show any extra you know any extra thing for you to click on first. So once you've set it, oftentimes this place you can't even screenshot it. I had to like use another phone to take a picture of it so I can show you what this page looks like for security reasons. All right, so once you've put in your pin that you can remember, guys, please use the one that you can remember. Okay, so once you've put in your pin, you confirm that same pin again, and you're done with setting your payment password or your payment code or your payment pin, right? Then when you click on payment setting again, this is what it looks like. The payment setting page, you have like the payment priority order, auto renewal, or payment and password free payments. That's for people that you just don't want 1688 or any Chinese platform you're using to keep asking you for password, right? You can just set it to just do you know free password payment. um that's what free payment. Then this place is the payment password where you can click to change your password, right? Maybe you feel that, oh, I think somebody has had access to my Alipay. Just to be on a safe side, you can just change your payment password. Or smile to pay, where you snap a picture of your face and you like smile to get like to pay for whatever item you want to pay. So yes, so you can come back to the account page to add a nickname or a picture or an avatar, or you can as well do it at the very beginning. At the very beginning, we came to this page. This was like the first page we came to, so you can just do it at the very beginning, put in all of these things, right? Put in all of these things, the nickname, um your picture or the avatar, before you continue the processes, or you could leave it and finish up later. So this is what this page looks like. Since you upload your picture here, you set a nickname. This is your Alipay account, which is the phone number that you used. You can also verify your identity from this particular page. That's from the beginning. You can just click on verify now, and it takes you to like the place where you need to put in your passport ID and all of that stuff. So now that you have, you have created the Alipay account, you can just, or unless you've not created like a 1688 account before, right? But this like you're just creating Alipay account first. You can just create a 1688 account using Alipay. You don't need to like start putting in your phone number again and all that. Just click on Alipay down here, and it just connects your account automatically. It takes all of the details you have filled in on your Alipay account and connects it to 1688. So you do not have to now go through the process of registering and going through that registration process on 1688 again. But if you already have a 1688 account, you can just bind it to your Alipay, right? So all you need to do is click on me on the main page of your 1688, which is at the bottom right of the screen, right? And you see like an icon that's like, I think it's hexagon, yes, hexagon and a dash in between, like a slant, yeah, a slant dash in between the hexagon icon at the top right of your 1688 account. That's on the me page, and that's the settings icon. That's what the settings icon look like. Then you just click on payment settings. So once you click on payment settings, it brings you to like this page, the bind Alipay, right? Or password free payment management. So you just click on bind Alipay, and it takes you to the page where you can directly bind your account with Alipay. So everything is now, joined together. When you want to make payment, you could just pay from either Alipay, that's after you've clicked on to pay, or you pay directly from 1688. So yeah, so that's that, guys, on how to set up your Alipay account and also verify it. So I will just turn on the mic. If you have questions, you have contributions. All right, Precious, you can unmute your mic.
Okay, good evening. Thanks so much for the lectures. A quick one. I want to ask if you have restriction on your account, will you be able to lift it or you have to wait for the stipulated time for it to be lifted?
Okay, if you have a restriction on your account and you've reached out to like customer support and they've given like a stipulated time, or Alipay has given you like a stipulated time, right? You can just wait for that stipulated time to elapse. And if it's nothing is still done about it, please reach out to customer support to, tell them, oh, I'm still restricted. So there are reasons that you might not even know why you're still restricted, right? I think I remember um recently they asked me to re-verify my account, and I uploaded my ID again. I even did the face scan, and they still said I need to either get a China mainland debit card, or I scan the chip on my passport. So once the time has elapsed and you're still restricted, please reach out to them to know why you're restricted. And sometimes the restrictions, we don't even know why you were restricted, but make sure that your passport is available, all those things that you need. And that's why we always advise that you do not use um someone else's passport, right, for situations like this, so you can easily access these things and you can easily give out the information that you're asked to give out. So wait for the time to elapse, and if it does not get unrestricted, reach out to customer support again. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, you did, but it elapsed, but they did not lift the restriction. I reached out to the customer support. They asked me to fill in the details of the passport, which I did. They just showed work in progress. After some days, it went back to normal. It was another 1 month of restriction. So I'm
Again.
yeah, so I'm waiting to see if after this 1 month it will be lifted or not.
Okay. Okay, but if they do not lift it, check if they need any other information that you have not provided, right? You can check if you need any other information that you have not provided. So before that time elapses. But oftentimes, sometimes, even with the restrictions, you can get restricted and your account will not be used again. You can't, it just happens and your money is gone, right? So that's why, we are like providing other solutions in cases like this so that you don't have to like always get restricted. Alipay just restricts your account for no reason, and you're wondering why. And they'll tell you this, they'll tell you this, they'll tell you this, and it doesn't just happen. It doesn't open, and that's how it is. Your money is gone, everything is gone, and there's nothing you can do about it. So let's just wait, right, and see if they still open it. But if they do not, I'll just advise you to like just move ahead, right, or check if there's anything or any document that you need to provide that you have not provided.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, questions, guys. Okay, Diary, you can unmute your mic.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for the class, and we really appreciate. Actually, mine is just a contribution.
Okay.
Based on my experience, most of the times, this issue of Alipay, to me, I actually advise people to use it in order to have access to all those 1688 and other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good if, for instance, since Pro 360 is here now, where we can easily make payment through your platform. That is, I don't know if you understand. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
issue of yes, you should not be putting money in Alipay, because you can, from the experience of my colleague now that just talk, you can see that she's having problem on restriction, which in case, let's assume she was having money in an account, you see that it's a big problem.
Yeah.
So if you have a Alipay account, you can easily have access to all those their shopping platforms, whereby you source your product, then you come back to check it, or Pro 360, then you continue with your transaction. That is my contribution. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for that contribution. So it's just advisable that you fund your Alipay when you want to pay for the goods you're buying instead of leaving money there. Am I right? That
Yes, 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 yes. But even at that point, to me, my money is
mm-hmm.
not safe.
Mm,
In case restriction can comes at any time, even after verification, everything, it
yeah,
can happen that they will just hijack your account, that you have to do verification again with you
again.
having money in it. And sometimes, maybe if you put a kind of a certain amount of money in your Alipay, at a spot they will strike your account that you should do verification again. From there, the remaining will become story. So that is why I'm saying it.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Any other contribution? Questions? All right. You can mute your mic.
Okay, all right. For what the one who just contributed, I wanted to ask you, Gina, that has there been a similar issue that has come up to you? For what you said that maybe you found your account maybe the second time on Alipay and there's some kind of restriction and all those stuff. Has it ever come to you before?
Yes, actually it has. I think I mentioned that when I was explaining to Precious just recently. And I was asked to re-verify my account. I had money in it. So it was like I was feeling like I was on a hot seat because I needed that money. I needed it to be out. It's a lot for your money to just be gone. Right. So I was asked to re-verify my account again. I
Mm.
put in my passport. I scanned it. They accepted it. They didn't even accept it. Yes, I had to now reach out to customer support. That I uploaded my passport and they've not said anything. And they uploaded it manually, like they are like uploaded manually there. So and now referred me to do like a face scan again. I had to do the face scan, and it still wasn't going. So still blocked. I couldn't pay. I couldn't do anything. Although they were saying my money is safe, my money is safe. I just need to like finish the whole verification process. And I think the last two options that were there were the use the China mainland debit card. That's when you want to buy something online, they require like the 6-digit numbers on your card right? They wanted me to put that pin. I'm not in China, so how will I fill in the card details, right?
Yeah.
But there was another option for me to scan the chip on my passport. So I
Mm.
needed NFC, right? I needed an like NFC to be able to scan that chip. And for you to even use NFC, you need a phone that uses NFC.
Mm.
Not all phones have NFC, right?
Yeah.
So you need to have NFC, and that was how I was able to, get my account back. I had to use NFC. I had to get the phone that has NFC to scan the chip on my passport. And before you know, it changed again to verified. So it happens like that sometimes. It could just happen anytime. They'll just say, "Oh, we noticed an unusual activity on your account," and it just happened. So, like what Dairu said, it's advisable for us to just use it when it's very important, when it's needed. All right, and all that. So yeah. All right, Blessing, you can unmute your mic.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
So my question is, how I know you mentioned it before, but I don't think I was following that thing. How do
Okay.
you pay supplier from your Proclus system wallet?
Okay. If you want to pay your supplier from Proc360 wallet, you just click the wallet, then you click on send money, and you see two options there, personal and supplier, right? You click
Okay.
on supplier and fill in the details that is required. Like let me do a quick demo, just about 2 minutes. I just wanna so that you follow what I'm saying. All right, so this is what the desktop interface looks like, but I'll just want to use this so that we can get a quick view of the phone. So you just need to click on here, send money, and you're seeing like the please note the minimum amount is to send is 100 RMB. You click on supplier, fill in the amount. Maybe I want to send 200. You go ahead to put in the description of your payments, supplier payments. You confirm. So once you've confirmed, you see that we have two recipient accounts here, bank account or Alipay. So some suppliers can either give you their bank, that's their China bank account, or they can just give you the Alipay account. So if they give you like the China bank account, all you need to just do is fill in the bank name. That's the name of the bank, the account number, and the account name. Then click on the send money to send the money. But if it's for Alipay, you can either use the Alipay email address that you're given. Sometimes they could even give you a QR code, so you can upload the QR code here. Or if they give you a phone number, you can opt in for the phone number. You use the phone number, then you put in the full verified Alipay account name, not the nickname. They are two different things. The verified Alipay account name is that name that that has verified at the front of it. That's after you have verified your account. That's what you fill in here. Then you click on send money. So that's just the whole process. Hi, Blessing.
Okay. Okay. It's the same thing because I've been sending um RMB to my friend Alipi. It's not the same thing as sending to
Yes, it's just the
uh,
same thing like sending to your supplier. Yes.
then doing well. Then the another thing is, what if I want to pay for send money less than 100 RM to a supplier?
Right now, we can only send 100 RMB above to suppliers at the moment.
Another thing is, sending the money to from 360. I mean, like, let me say I'm buying from 168. That means 168 is no longer responsible for that payment, for that
No,
transaction.
no. Once accepted is no longer responsible for that transaction. So because you're paying offline, you're getting the details from your
That
supplier. So most times it's very important that you are verified that supplier. All right.
okay.
You're
Okay.
verified as supplier to make sure that you're paying, you know, the right person. Make sure the account name is correct. And but 1680 is no longer responsible for that transaction. Unless maybe when you sent it, when you sent the supplier the money through Proc 360 and it did not go through, then it can easily come back to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question, guys? Contributions.
I'm trying to just mute. You know, you're asking in the community if we are willing to pay a certain amount to send smaller R&D. Is it
Mhm.
something right now?
It's something we're looking into, right? But small transactions have like small payments have very high transaction fees. That is
Okay.
why we put in for using like just paying your supplier from 100 RMB or sending 100 RMB, you know, to your Alipay account. So in cases where you have like different suppliers, I need to pay them like less than 100, right? That's
Mm.
why you need to like get the Alipay account so that you just send in the amount that you want to pay these suppliers, and you can easily send them in bits, small amounts to these guys from Alipay. Okay, right? But for Proc 360 right now, it is only 100 RMB. Maybe later we could do and like smaller payments, but the transaction fees might likely be very high.
Okay.
So if we do not have any question, I would like to call it a day, or should I say evening? Yeah, but yeah. Thank you so much guys for joining us today. Do have a great evening. To our Muslim brothers and sisters, happy fast. Please get some rest in between and make sure to also pray for us that our businesses grow. So thank you so much. And also for our, you know, Catholic brothers and sisters to this Lent season, right? So pray for us too that our businesses grow. Each and every one of us were looking to grow in 2025 and make a lot of money from our businesses. So with that, I like to say have a blessed evening. Bye everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.